All-Star Pro Wrestling invites you to see all the superstars on Championship TV.
Welcome fans to this week's wrestling, brought to you by the stars of All-Star Pro Wrestling. We'd like to introduce you to The Natural, Dustin Rhodes. So Mr. Rhodes, tell the fans and us what your route is here in All-Star Pro Wrestling.
Well, Mark, like my brother-in-law, we are both here to uphold the Rhodes legacy. Like my father, the American Dream, once said to me, the view never changes. Beating down all you bad mamma jammas to take away any prize I can.
What does that mean? The view never changes. That statement quite cryptic there, Dustin.
Well, Mr. Thornton, when my father said this to me, I think he meant that in life you should never lose sight of what you want. So let's get out there and get wrestling, boy.
Let's get on with the show then. Tonight we have some great matches.
Indeed we do, Mark. You're set to see matches from Dave Finlay, the Belfast Bruiser, who's got to rip his opponent to shreds.
I can definitely see that happening, Georgie boy. That Finlay is a tough customer. Other matches include the likes of Akira Tozawa against Claudio Castagnoli. We'll see two women's matches including the talents of Gail Kim, among others. And the feature matchup, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa of DIY against Whylde and Whylde and Toro. That match is going to paces to say the least. We'll have an update on World Tag Team Championship tournament for all our fans. Let's clear out of the ring and get this night off a start. This man here is one of the meanest customers in the world. Never annoy this man. The Irish Bruiser is a dangerous competitor. He can wrestle, he can brawl, he can even fly, when and if he thinks he needs to.
Yes, Mark, Dave Finlay laughs at all of the destruction that he creates. If you wrong this man, watch out!
This match is set for one fall, with a 10-minute time limit, from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 250 pounds, the Belfast Bruiser Fit Finlay, and his opponent, from Birmingham, Alabama, weighing 228 pounds, gorgeous Gary Royal.
Mr. Royal has a massive obstacle here in the Belfast Brawler. Let's see if he can overcome it. As these two men get ready for battle, the referee is primed. Both wrestlers are primed. Let's get going.
Dave Finlay, you know Georgie boy, is actually a second-generation wrestler. Back in Ireland, his dad, who owned the wrestling club, a small promotion in Northern Ireland in the late 60s and early 70s. After being trained in that promotion, Fit, as he was going to be known, travelled all over Europe, with stays in Great Britain, Germany, and then soon to go over to World Championship Wrestling, and finally to World Wrestling Entertainment, following another Brit in Stephen Regal, who's done much the same in his travels. Look at how the Irishman shows his dominance in the ring. Calm and methodical, very rarely puts a step wrong in his in-ring work.
Well said, Mark. Very astute observations there. Yes, Finlay is quite a gritty wrestler, very bare-bones in his choice of offense. Taking his opponent to the ropes and catapulting him backwards, I don't think Gary Royal knows what's hit him.
Showing off his bruising capabilities here and just wrenching on the arm bar there. Cranking that move anymore, we may have a submission from Gary Royal, with a broken rotator cuff from the pressure exuded from that armbar of Finlay. Not an escape from the gorgeous one, able to twist out of that move and execute a head scissor takeover, running over trying to drop that attack, but missing and Finlay taking advantage. Grinding the man up to his feet and now with a collar and elbow tie in, taking his opponent over with a modified version of the fireman's carry takeover.
Gary Royal saw the move coming and turned Finlay around with a stiff punch. Watch it, Mr. Royal, you make the Irishman irate doing that too often. What a turnaround from Gary Royal. We have a pin from that bridging electric chair drop. Let's see if he gets the win here. After a one count, Dave Finlay rolls the hips for the kick out.
Now chopping his opponent from behind with a double-handed bulldog. Like he was taught all that time ago, taking the arm and wearing down the limb he previously worked on. The sign of a true student of the profession. Another quick PN from the fisherman suplex of Gary Royal, but Fit is far too full of life to even stay down. Good move from Mr. Royal. It sure caught the Irishman off guard for that split second. That's what you have to do with a veteran like Dave Finlay.
I think he understands that every wrestler has to look for every little opportunity he can get in a match and take full advantage of it. Now on the outside of the ring, we know of the incredible punishment Finlay can take. We've seen it over and over again in the big matches he's had throughout his career. Getting a taste of his own medicine there, taking that arm bar from Royal, but why does he have it locked on the outside of the ring? Royal can't get the referee to submit his opponent there. An interesting move from the Alabama, Royal.
Back in the ring, Finlay recovers the momentum of the match with a fantastic snap near takedown. Coming up with a kick which is avoided by Gary Royal, then grabbing a waist lock on Finlay, getting a receipt with a viscous back elbow drive, stabbing Royal. Going straight for the neck breaker. Gary Royal is back on the mat.
Both men seem to be staying one stop ahead of each other. Who's going to get the fine footing of this match? Let's see. Again, both men seem to be constantly at odds with the ending they both want from this match. What strength by Royal, carrying Fit over the top corner and finally slams him to the mat. Getting his breath for a second, why is he waiting for Finlay to get up, instead of taking the fight to a fallen man? Giving his opponent the chance to get his wherewithal and get back into the match. He should have kept up the pressure he had before. I think Finlay wasn't expecting such a fight from Royal, but I'm sure he'll have a plan to win the match, the grizzled veteran has been. Finlay has been wrestling from the age of 16.
Now, Fit has turned this around, dropping those the hard elbow drops. Look at the wheels turning in that wily head of Finlay, then slowly ascending the lower turnbuckle, poised for something devastating, flying off with another knee drop, but it seems he was a little far away. Ending up with a glancing blow.
Finlay seems to be working on Gary Royal's back. He drops him firstly with a running power slam. And then after a whips off Gary Royal to the far ropes coming off, Fit uses another thrust power slam deep right to the mat. Finlay is setting up for something, maybe his over-the-shoulder pile driver. Finlay adopted this when coming over to the US in the early 90s, but Gary saves himself. Getting the upper hand again, taking Finlay off to the middle ropes and sweeping him down the mat, and stamping his face into the mat. I think that's just going to infuriate the Irishman. Gary Royal follows up with a pin, the referee in a great position, yet he doesn't even stay in that pin for a second. Mr. Royal is in a Royal mess.
5 minutes have elapsed.
After the Irish whip, Royal is caught with a swift knee lift, sending him to the mat like a sack of potatoes, but is able to reverse himself out of another predicament.
What's Gary Royal setting up from now? He's taking his sweet time about it. He took far too long setting that move up and had got kicked away. Finlay is getting back into this match now.
With another power slam to the mat, Finlay must feel like he's on the way to the win. Royal's back must be hurting him a lot. Both men are back in the top corner, Finlay unleashing the hard punches to the face of Royal, now sending even more pain down the spine with that slam, going back up the turnbuckle and dropping that move he missed earlier. Could this be the end? Now with his opponent in the fireman's carry position, Finlay running forward in somersaults, driving the air out of Gary Royal. This will be the end, I feel, as the referee jumps into the pin cover. He counts 1, 2, 3. Yes, I was correct, this is the end.
As we are waiting for our ring announcer to grace us with the winner, let's take a look at the highlights from this match. One of the many thrust power slams from Fit, and then that rolling fireman's carry somersault splash. That led to the win from Finlay.
And your winner, Fit Finlay.
Let's get this match down and done. This is a match as a true East meets West, this lady coming out now, from Canada. Miss Kim, who has S1 championship in and around Canada and North America, most notably both the World Wrestling Entertainment and NWA Total Non-Stop Action Women's World Championships. Winning the latter championship 7 times.
Yes, Georgie boy, Kim though Canadian is of Korean origin, so your analogy of this match being East vs West has a little flair with it. But Kim is well versed at this game, high flying, submission, and those sudden impactful strikes, like her defeat, which she innovated. So be wary of that move among others, it's put away many a wrestler.
You may be right about that flair in the match, but there's no more flair than this wonderful Japanese female combatant. Known as the genius of the skies. She's well versed at all the high-flying attacks. Like you, Mark, said that Io has to look out for each defeat. Gail Kim needs to not get caught on the mat. Sky has that devastating double jump moonsault.
Indeed, Mr. Thornton, one of her and her sister, who is now retired, shared the moniker of Shorai, which translates to Purple Thunder. This young lady is so quick and impactful like thunder. Both of these ladies have been fan favorites and hated wrestlers at different times. Io won a lot of her championships in and around Japan in Stardom and Joshi Wrestling. We are in for a fight, tooth and nail, I feel. Let's sit and watch these two fantastic women wrestlers. Do you think we'll have to look out for Sky's compadres Asuka and Kairi Sane? I hope this stays a one-on-one.
Let's get the official introductions from our own Graham Montana.
This match is set for one fall, with a 10-minute time limit. From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Gail Kim, and her opponent. From Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, to Mistress of the Skies, Io Sky.
Both ladies here versed in strikes and flying. Let's see who gets the early advantage. Sky starts off with a stiff kick to the gut. Gail shrugs it off and goes to springboard off the ropes. But a great dodge from Sky.
Talking of stiff kicks, wow, Gail Kim sends a great big shiver down the spine of her opponent with that kick. Now with ricocheting Sky off the top turnbuckle, head first. Keeping the pressure on, dropping Sky with a neck breaker. She'll wake up tomorrow with a sore neck.
This has gone a different way. I thought Sky would be going with the kicks more often. Kim has neutralized Sky on the ground already. Let's see if Sky get back and maybe win the match, or will this be the journey of Kim to the big W of this contest? These girls are so quick. Kim is charging up for a handspring forearm attack, but waiting in the corner she attacks with a kick, and then ascends to the middle rope and launches off the swinging head scissor takedown.
Wise from Kim rolling out there, but she is taking too long to get back in, and Sky is waiting for her with a rising uppercut flooring.
While Kim is on the back foot, Sky's got Kim's leg and snapping her over with a lag lace takeover. Keeping control of her opponent's leg, taking her to the mat and then snapping her leg away from her body right to the mat. Why do these two seem to let their pride get the better of them? After a great move hit, instead of following up they seem to gloat on that last move, giving their opponent a chance to get back into the bout.
What I can say on that is sometimes your thoughts get ahead of yourself and you think you're more ahead of take competition than you are. It's an easy mistake to make, but a silly one to make so early in the contest. Look at the power of this young lady, muscling her opponent up and keeping her upside down, and then slamming her with a backbreaker. Going straight for the pin, a very wise decision there. As we know, pins are a good way of draining stamina as well getting the win. No matter when a wrestler pins another, the wrestler on the bottom has to expend energy to get themselves back to their feet.
What a knee strike there, that's enough to leave the average person dizzy for days. Another quick pin, get Miss Sky, get her 3 count. The referee jumps into the pin count, unfortunately not. Kim is too fresh.
What a strong hook into the corner there. Kim falls to the mat, but rolls out. Not a wise move to roll out to the corner of your opponent's associates. Asuka rolls Kim back into the ring. I wonder if Sky can get the win? At every turn Sky seems ahead. Whenever Gail Kim tries to maintain her cotton roll and goes for a springboard move, Io Sky seems to feel the air change and move out of the way. Knowing the ring she wrestles on so well.
Again, what a move from the genius of the Skies, that standing somersault side slam, taking the air away from Gail Kim. But Gail Kim's tenacious attitude allows her to kick out before the referee gets anywhere near the 1 count. Gail Kim is such a resilient competitor. Both ladies on the turnbuckle now. Sky with her upper hand here. Here's a move you don't see every day. Taking off the turnbuckle with her arm drag. Very dangerous. I hope neither lady is hurt too much.
A sound strategy from Sky here, going for the legs, attacking them with force. This move might stop use of Gail Kim's inverted stomp facebreaker.
In the past, Kim has had a few leg injuries. Let's hope that all this work that Io Sky is doing to Gail Kim's leg is not going to bring up those nagging aches. This match has been 100 miles per hour from the start. These ladies are giving the fans a great match. What a reversal there from Io Sky. She was able to twist herself out of that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Now her world is back straight. Attacking K-Kilometer with another kick to the gut, staggering the Canadian back.
Again a quick reversal from Sky to Kim, a reverse thrust kick. Feeling like she wants a breath, Kim rolls out the ring, but seeing this on the adjacent side of the ring, Sky goes out of the ring following Gail Kim. Running to the turnbuckle, the young Japanese girl quickly launches herself off the top turnbuckle with a flying elbow, shades of one of her partner's Kylie Sane. Both ladies back in the ring now, Kim on the receiving end. Io Sky kicking the air out of her opponent. Gail Kim is in deep trouble, but we've known her to get back and win from worse predicaments before.
5 minutes have elapsed. 5 minutes remaining.
Yes, in the matches that Gail Kim was in NWA Total Non-Stop action with Awesome Kong, where she won her first World Championship. Kim has such a fire, that is hard to douse. As we see here, turnabout is fair play. Now Gail Kim is working on Io Sky's leg with an Indian leg lock, pulling on the knee and hamstring. This will take a toll after a while.
Leaving the door open from behind there, and Sky slipped in there for the backslide pull. Let's see if that mistake from Gail Kim comes to haunt her. What a kick over, keeping this match alive for the minute. Let's see if she can muster up the power to turn this match around from the control of Sky. Going back to the leg, with that takedown, I think that Io Sky is setting up for the ending of the match here. Io Sky is poised for it. Some sort of move. What an interesting maneuver this is.
Yes, Dirty Boy, this force through cross-face submission. Let's see if Gail Kim gives up. The pressure got too much, and yes, we can see Kim motion to the referee that she gave up. Let's have a look at the highlights. Look at the torque there, from that arm drag takedown from the middle rope from Io Sky.
Look at how graceful that lady is in the air. What an elbow drop. Such a calculated risk that paid off. Now we see the pressure that Io Sky put on Gail Kim. This move was innovated in Japan by Koji Kaminato, the Koji Clutch. Let's get the official winner of the match from Mr. Montana.
And your winner, the genius of the skies, Io Sky.
What a grand entrance this man has, fitting for such a wrestler. This man is stronger than strong mentally and physically.
I agree, Georgie Boy, Claudio Castagnoli is a marvel to watch. With all his strength, he also shows such technique in his execution of all his high-impact moves to all his opponents no matter their stature. Many reasons why he's known as the Swiss Superman and the Swiss Cyborg. Also not forgetting his 1/3 of the Kings of Wrestling.
Formerly known as Cesaro in the World Wrestling Entertainment. And former multi-time World Tag Team Championship and an Intercontinental Championship. He's also been managed by Hall of Famers like Paul Heyman and Dutch Mantel. Formerly known as Cesaro in the World Wrestling Entertainment. And former multi-time World Tag Team Championship and an Intercontinental Championship. He's also been managed by Hall of Famers like Paul Heyman and Dutch Mantel. Getting trained by one of the United Kingdom's best wrestlers of the modern times, Squire Dave Taylor.
This match is set for one fall, with a 10-minute time limit, representing the Kings of Wrestling, from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, Claudio Castagnoli, and his opponent, from Kobe, Japan, weighing at 156½ pounds, Akira Tozawa.
Akira Tozawa is no slouch in the ring either. Mainly known for his indie credibility, winning lots of championships in the American and Japanese independent scenes in the mid-2000s. Once he's got to the World Wrestling Entertainment, he has won one Cruiserweight Championship from PAC, also known as Adrian Neville. This was his major title win in the company. He then found his way into Nkani factions in the WWE tenure, like Titus Worldwide, led by Titus O'Neil, and Alpha Academy led by Chad Gable at the start, and then Otis Dozarich. So it seems Tozawa is quite a dependable guy, for whatever reason needs to be said.
What a start from Tozawa. Starting with those swift and sudden strikes. Taking the bigger Castagnoli off his game momentarily. Finally getting his foot in Claudio now is giving back those heavy strikes to Tozawa. Now he knows what a tough customer Tozawa is, and that is not to be looked over at all. Even if he is almost a foot shorter and 70 pounds lighter. It's not about the dog in the fight, it's about the bite of the dog. Playing possum there, catching the bigger man sleeping, driving his head deep into the canvas.
Now with the control of the match, the Swiss Am mounts his opponent with some stiff fists to the face, after that running Fez's press. Shades of Lou Fezes, famed wrestler of the 1960s. This man won't let up. I think that flurry at the start made Castagnoli change his tune on Tozawa. Referee, don't forget to check those fists, make sure they are open-handed.
Luckily for Tozawa, he was able to calculate that move by Claudio and dodge the back splash. Let's see if he can gain any sort of control of the match from this. That's quite a powerful knee strike. He's hit that twice now and he feels that it may cause a knockout. Very wise going for the pin there. Trying to pull the fighting spirit of Tozawa.
From the knee to the elbow, shades of his partner Chris Hardman with that rising discus elbow struck. Referee should go check on Tozawa. There has been so many hard hits to the face. We may have to stop this match.
I don't think either man would want that Georgie boy. I think Tozawa would want to give that aggression right back to Castagnoli, and likewise I think Castagnoli would want it given back to him. In the spirit of competition and all.
You may be right there, Mark. Both men are true combatants and often let their airs hang out for all to see. Let's see what both men have in their tanks. What a back suplex there from Castagnoli, rocking his opponent. Another hit to the cranium, etc. headache number 35.
That's a throwback, Mr. Thornton. You've been watching old WWF tapes of Gorilla Monsoon's commentary, haven't you?
You got me there, Mark. Yes, I have. That man had some fabulous sayings, and they just rolled off his tongue night after night. Catching his breath on the outside, he's been on the receiving end most of the match. I know there are no timeouts, but if there were, this would be the reason for one. Referee stopped Claudio from dishing out punishment outside the ring. It's not needed.
So that's why he's called Swiss Superman. Watch the man fly. Leaping like Clark Kent and hitting that picture-perfect glow his on Tozawa. The referee maintains his steady count on both men. Both men must be vigilant of the ring count. A little break there for Tozawa with that quick low kick. He takes his man back in the ring. Maybe he's found his second ring.
Second? Or like his third or fourth, or maybe even the north ring. Ha ha ha. That's what he'll need to find to get back into this match.
Another superb reversal from the Japanese warrior. Reversing the momentum on the vertical suplex, and now able to dodge the attack from Castagnoli to hit that twisting reverse head scissors. Keeping on his man with the arm bar here.
After a myriad of reversals, look at this move, like a bear with his little cub, with that Argentine back press, and now not even holding him. Look at the speed that Castagnoli turns, discombobulating both men a little, then throwing his opponent across the ring, going for the pin. Let's see if this is the end of the match. As the referee calls the pin, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at the utter dominance of the Swiss Superman. He hit this devastating move a few times, knocking the opponent down.
Look at the impact this elbow attack from Castagnoli. Ouch. And now marvel at the utter power of the man from Lisa. Being able to maintain grip on the opponent while in that reverse airplane spin. Words can't describe. Let's get Montana back on the mic for the official winner.
And your winner, Claudio Castagnoli.
What a match that was, Georgie boy. That Claudio Castagnoli really was on his game in that match, wasn't he?
Yes, Mark, Castagnoli is en route for the International Championship, I bet you. Well, being an international wrestler, that's pretty well suited, I must say.
Hold on a sec, Georgie boy. He is already in the tag team tournament with his partner Chris Hero. That match at the next major even New Year's Revolution will be a great one. That match pits the kings of wrestling against the global tag team champions, the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius Creed, the heritage tag team champions, the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott Steiner, and pound for pound the most dangerous team, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, representing the Four Horsemen in a big fatal four-way elimination tag team match for the All-Star Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championship.
The Steiners might be at the disadvantage there as they are just two. I wonder if the rest of either American Made, the Judgment Day, and the Four Horsemen will be on the outside of the ring. They will have to be very wary of the other factions.
Indeed they will. I wouldn't put it past the Horsemen to back Anderson and Blanchard up. They are all about the win at all costs to have all the championships mantra. We better get back to the action, Georgie boy. This match is a match of men behind masks. There has been many a name behind this character. He calls himself Doink. A little bit of onomatopoeia there, the sound from what people think from cartoons of clowns make when they fall over. Though the man behind this mask is a lot worse than a clown.
Yes, this man and his wrestling talent is not to be sniffed at. I guarantee you that he has been a winner of many championships. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and at around 250 odd pounds, with a fantastic wrestling acumen, and from what we've heard in the past he knows a lot about how to take people's psyches and turn it to his will. That is dangerous in a competitor. He must be that of a second-generation wrestler, for what we can see. He knows where to be in the ring to win and make a mockery of all his opponents. You can always tell what a man is thinking by the looks one gives to opponents, referees and fans. Looking at that look he gave the camera, the intent in his eyes is heavy, that even sends shivers down my spine.
As for the next man coming down the ring, his name translates as the King of Mystery. He is the second wrestler to take up this moniker from Mexico, his uncle Rey Mysterio. This international man of mystery, or should I say King of Mystery.
Very clever, Marty, very clever.
Mysterio Jr. has also been called the biggest underdog in wrestling history. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches and being between 156 and 175 throughout his career. Another man who's held championships all around the world, multi-time heavyweight and light heavyweight, tag team, mid-level championship belts from Japan through to Mexico, a very decorated grappler indeed. Let's get this match started, the crowd are ready for action.
This match is set for one fall, with a 10-minute time limit, from parts unknown, weighing 245 pounds, Doink the Clown, and his opponent, from San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Mr. Doink is too busy mouthing off to the crowd, and Mysterio sneaks up behind him.
Mysterio at the sign of distraction going right at Doink as he gives away 80 pounds and 7 inches in height. What a strategy by the man from Mexico by California. But unfortunately, he gets swatted away by Doink from that low dropkick. Coming up in the Lucha Libre of Mexico in the early 90s, we'll see a lot of that high-risk action, many different head scissors takedowns, arm drag takeovers, and other attacks. He's definitely one to look out for. If you can see every move he does, he's so quick. Look at this is what I mean. Look at the speed and precision, jumping on Doink's shoulders and spiraling around his head and taking him down with that somersaulting head scissor takedown. Though I am sure Doink is still quite fresh.
Very eloquent, Mr. Alexanders, but the man in the clown suit is far too strong and slams Rey Jr. on his back. Far from being a man of humor, this man is well versed in the art of wrestling. Taking charge of Tay Lucador's leg. That will sure take the speed away from Mysterio.
Look at the movement by Rey Jr., ending up by driving the clown's neck and head firmly into the mat. He surely won't be laughing at all from the impact. Continuing with the pressure on the neck, dropping Doink down with a neck breaker.
Doink trying for a breather here, but Mysterio doesn't allow that and thrusts himself out for the ring like a twister landing on our clown Prince of Evil. A sound strategy from the smaller man here, trying to work on the legs of the bigger man, but Doink sends to reverse, staggering Mysterio back into the ring barricade. Now totting up his next move, the clown goes to hit Mysterio's head into the barricade. That is surely not funny for Mysterio.
Doink has quite the history in the wrestling business, trained by his father Tony Ball and Sandy Barr. Somehow these two wrestlers are intertwined. As Sandy Barr's son, Bud Barr was the innovator of the frog splash, which is a move that Rey Mysterio uses like a lot of luchadors.
Rey Jr. escaped from that Boston prop, turning the move out, grabbing Doink for a move, but Doink reverses with a stiff punch to the solar plexus, shades of his father. Driving the air suddenly from Mysterio. He follows up with some solid strikes. Now he whips the smaller man into the ropes, but the two wrestlers bump heads.
Listen to the fans reacting to Mysterio dropping the clown the mat. Mysterio now gesturing to the crowd.
Mysterio took too much time there, the thinking man's clown. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. Going in for a move, Mysterio drops the clown again. Maybe it'll knock some sense into him. Again a quick reversal from the clown, but whipping him into the ropes, Mysterio tries for a springboard move, but again is reversed.
Doink now wrapping his arms around Mysterio and drops him side salto suplex, quickly going for a pin, as the referee dives into the pin and counts just the one. I think the clown thought he had got the match over there.
Even though that pin escape came, it sure took out some stamina from the luchador. Now keeping up the pressure on Mysterio. Mysterio getting away from that. Rolling out of the ring as he re-enters the ring. Now Doink now grabs an abdominal stretch on Mysterio. He's really got that hold on tights. This move really takes it out of you. Mysterio escaped that submission hold, taking hold of the bigger man with a head scissor takeover, after which he swept the legs of Mysterio. As Mysterio gets upright and he gets hooked to the side suplex for another pin. What a great wrestler. Let's see if Doink has wrestled Mysterio down to the floor. The referee gets to a 2 count there.
Doink quickly ascending the turnbuckle, bracing for a flying move, we think. Here he goes, a body splash that should drive the air out of the luchador. Let's see that remarkable resiliency from Rey Mysterio Jr. is known for. He's known for taking so much punishment and coming out the other end with even the quickest win. Known for the ultimate underdog. Talking of the ultimate underdog, Mysterio escaped that attempted move from the clown, driving elbow in the gut. Whipping his opponent into the ropes with a spinning wall kick that knocks him down. Picking Doink back up, trying to drag him to the top corner, but Doink returns the reversal from a few minutes ago, driving those elbows.
Here is another side suplex to Mysterio. Why isn't he going for a pin? This a big mistake from Doink, taking too much time to get one over on his opponent, as some might say, to both his opponent and all the fans in attendance. Taunting one too many times. Now Mysterio slaps on an abdominal stretch. Let's see if Doink can take the pain he inflicted on Mysterio earlier in the match. This has become a match of one-upmanship.
5 minutes have elapsed. 5 minutes remaining.
What a sound strategy there, going right back to the neck he was working on at that start of the match. Dropping all his weight right on the neck of Mysterio.
As we heard from Bray and Montana, we are halfway through this battle. Now Doink seems like he's in full control, with a jackknife lift, now dropping him on his head. That should be it there. But hang on, Rey Jr. now, knowing where he is at all teams, rolls outside for a little reprieve.
A reprieve he won't get. The clown is on the attack, following his opponent outside the ring for more damage. Let's see how this match plays out after this onslaught from the evil comedian. A masterful dodge from Mysterio, running back into the ring, but he is dragged back out. It seems that the clown wants to give even more damage to the luchador. As the referee counts both combatants out the ring, both men still going at it. Feeling now that he's got everything in hand, Mysterio is rolled back into the ring. Let's see if this is the end for Mysterio or if he can mount a comeback.
Doink now whips the smaller man into the far ropes, setting his up for something, but both men collide into each other mid-mover. Coming out of that, thinking on his feet, Mysterio grabs Doink and drives the head of the evil clown to the mat, to great adulation from the fans. Doink gets up quickly. Ray Jr. now slaps on a top wrist lock, transition into the rear armbar. What great wrestling, showing that he's not just first at his high-flying attacks. But Doink reverses with a back elbow.
What leap from a 250-pounder there, what a picture-perfect top kick. Catching Mysterio right in the forehead. An interesting move there from the clown, grabbing the leg and giving the leg a jumping body smash. I guess dropping all your 245 pounds on a leg will debilitate the leg a little. Now as the clown comes off the ropes and comes down with Mysterio with a seated senton splash. Going for a pin, the ref counts the pin, could it be, as the referee's hand counts the 3. Let's look at the highlights. This Mysterio has got so much fight and is so agile. Look at how he transitioned from a satellite head scissor takeover to a DDT so effortlessly.
Yes, Georgie boy, but I have to give Doink some credit here. Look at the ferocity of that pile driver he gave to Ray Jr. As you said earlier, Mark, here is a superb dropkick from the man from parts unknown.
And now we see that final move that finished off the luchador for California. Crushing his sternum with that seated senton drop. What a match. Let's get the official work from Graham Montana.
And your winner, Doink the Clown.
Welcome Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. They are known as the world's greatest tag team. What bring you both out here?
Charlie Haas and myself are two of the best wrestlers on this planet, and we never seem to get our due.
Mr. Benjamin, I do agree that you and Mr. Haas are top-level grapplers, but what have you done here? Or what is it you want to do?
Like any guys in this game, we want championships. We are worthy. We were 3-time WWE Tag Team Champions, among others.
So Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin says you're here to prove your credentials. What are they?
Well, Shelton and I are two of the top amateur wrestlers in the business. Me from New York and Shelton from Minnesota. If you want to try us, come try us.
People don't forget I was in college and wrestled toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar. We even won championships together as well. To hold my own with a man like that, you'd all better watch out.
Thank you, gentlemen. We all look forward to seeing you progress here in ASPW. Let's go back down to the ring.
Coming down to the ring, here we have a lady who's gone from managing men like Prince Albert and even the Dudley Boys to becoming a wrestler herself. A great feat, I might add. It's very hard to transition from being a manager to a working talent.
Yes, Mr. Alexanders, you are correct there. Very few people have gone from being an accomplice of wrestler to wrestling themselves. It certainly works the other way more often. Think of Lanny Poffo, Kurt Hennig, sensational Sherry Martel, just to name a few. It's very hard to a wrestler who used to wrestle at the top of his game, then going to supporting another wrestler that is on his way up, definitely one who is in the main event picture.
Yes, I understand you, Georgie boy. It must be hard to deal with not being able to do what one has done in the same way, but those talents you mentioned were able to transition seamlessly and made their transition from working talent to supporting talent. Here comes one of the powerhouses in wrestling history, dubbed the ninth wonder of the world, because this woman was the first powerhouse wrestler in the women's division, being as muscular and put together as she has been.
Yes, her he and muscularity is hard for many women to combat, but not only that, she was a former World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion, beating Chris Jericho for that illustrious championship belt. Being the first female to wear a male-dominated division's belt. Chyna was and still is a trailblazer.
Let's get this match on foot, going down to our ring announcer Graham Montana, get the introductions done and this match started. Thank you, Graham.
This match is set for one fall, with a 5-minute time limit. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus, and her opponent, from Londonderry, New Hampshire, the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna.
Coming off the sound of the bell, Chyna is swinging for the hills, punches and kicks, trying to win Stratus. but using her speed Stratus dodges that big punch and drops her with a reverse backbreaker.
I don't think the statuesque frame of Chyna will be taken down this quickly. She is too fresh, and maneuvering her weight, she's able to dump Stratus on her back. Wow, what a risk from Chyna, dropping Trish like a bomb. Did you hear her body hit the mat? Let's see if Trish Stratus can get into this match.
Let's see if that punch dazed Stratus enough for the pin off that heavy-duty power slam. Unfortunately, just a 1 count. Again dropping his smaller opponent with a stiff head, but getting Stratus back up to a vertical base, now whipping her into the ropes and rebounding with a reverse elbow attack. A quick reversal from Stratus kicking her in the face, that quickly drops Chyna.
Yet another power slam from Chyna. Any more of those and Trish Stratus will soon not have a back to slam, or there won't be a mat to slam her onto. Stratus' back must be hurting.
Somehow Strauss kicks out at 1, showing great guts and fortitude.
It's great having guys and fortitude, but going to the hospital with back problems is no way one keep a wrestling career. Look at that athleticism from Chyna with that reverse head scissor takedown. And raining down punches to Stratus' head. Will this earn her the win? Trish has been on the beaten for most of the match.
Wow, Stratus has such fight here. Both ladies back to their fit, Trish with some stinging kicks, but sweeping the leg Chyna is back on the warpath, but with a quick corner which Stratus follows up. What's this? Talk about athleticism like a snake to its charmer, coming out with a jackknife pin, what uncanny moves. Wow, Stratus has such fight here. Both ladies back to their fit, Trish with some stinging kicks, but sweeping the leg Chyna is back on the warpath, but with a quick corner which Stratus follows up. What's this? Talk about athleticism like a snake to its charmer, and coming out with a jackknife pin, what uncanny moves. Catching Chyna unaware there, grabbing her head, drawing her across the ring, at a running bulldog from Stratus.
Unfortunately not able to gain any momentous pin cover, but sure to take some stamina away from the bigger opponent. Also Stratus holds. Another EJKK turnaround there, what a power lamb, Stratus pour back. She'll be feeling that in the morning.
This is very unlike the ninth wonder of the world, going to the middle rope and coming off with a body splash, driving the air out of status, thus working on the back as well. Not a good time for the Ontarian.
She must feel urgency. Chyna, taking caution to the wind and jumping off the ring apron with a double axe handle. Coming down on her opponent hard. Thinking she's got the upper hand, but Trish soon gets back on the offensive, throwing Chyna into the ring. This is becoming quite the war here.
Now both ladies back in the ring at, both ladies in a neutral position in the center of the ring, whipping Chyna into the neutral corner. Now coming onto her opponent, but Chyna sees this and replies with a Q-jack elbow to the face, dazing the Canadian. Now hoisting her opponent up with a reversed up wrench, but slipping out of that, Stratus replies with some quick jabs. Advised by the end of the match, Chyna hooks both arms, and with Trish's head between her legs, and driving her down with that face buster. And as the referee now counts to the 3. Let's look at the highlights. Look at this, Chyna coming off the ropes with that body splash with the 50 pounds that Stratus gives up to Chyna.
Let's take a look at that facebuster again. Look at the precision and strength of this young lady from New Hampshire. Let's go the official word from the ring announcer.
And your winner, the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna.
Here's your first bout of the day. We have a tag team match for you. Here is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, team who are bound quite tenuously. They have been friends and opponents over many times. Through each of their careers, within World Wrestling Entertainment and the independent scene in the United States.
As the fans know, they both have fought over many a championship in their careers, notably the World Wrestling Entertainment NXT North American Championship. They had some bar burners, showed each other that they were as good as each other in so many ways, even at one time Ciampa drilling Gargano's head into the cement floor.
But on the flip side, Gargano, after that feud, has stopped Ciampa on his quest for the then World Wrestling Entertainment NXT World Championship out of his own jealousy, much of what drove the wedge between the two in the feud before. So my question is, can either man really trust the other? Have they really patched up all fear elements in their partnership? Let's get the introductions done and dusted and the match started. Over to you, Mr. Montana.
This match is set for one fall, with a 10-minute time limit, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 193 pounds Drew Gulak, and his partner, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing at 174 pounds, Noam Dar, and their opponents, at a combined weight of 404 pounds, here is DIY Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Quite a furious lock-up here, both men seem eager and intent for the win. Breaking up with a snare mare takeover is Johnny Gargano, and no hitting a start drop kick to the side of Gulak. 100 miles per hour at the start here.
What a reversal from Mr. Gulak there, driving Gargano's head down to the mat, caught him unaware. What a technician Gulak is, self-taught some might say, coming up in the independent scene, trained in his early day promotions Kaikara and Combat Zone. Then eventually getting the call up to World Wrestling Entertainment's NXT brand, where he made his quite the splash. Known for being very no-nonsense. Lucky that isn't, as he is taking serious punishment right this minute from a barrage of punches by Johnny Gargano. But after the win, he avoids that drop kick. Well done, sir.
Carrying over to the ropes and belt opening, using the top rope. That'll stop Gargano momentarily, but we all know Gargano will come back. He is known for his resiliency, as we saw in all the matches that had against his partner. As you pointed out earlier, a corner slingshot splash by Gulak, shade to Big Van Vader. Let's see if it's as devastating as Vader's slingshot splash. Leaping in for the save there, Tommaso Ciampa. He wants to see his team get to those Global Tag Team Championships in the future. Maybe even to the All-Star Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championships. Well done Johnny, using his momentum against Gulak there with that running inverted head scissor takedown. Let's see if both of DIY can see that wish come to fruition.
Now going to try and limit the mobility of Gulak with this leg snap, working on the ligaments in the knee. Let's see if this slows the team of Gulak and Dar down.
Well done Johnny, using his momentum against Gulak there with that running inverted head scissor takedown. Let's see if both of DIY can see that wish come to fruition. As Gulak rolls out, Ciampa is tagged in. Let's see if a change in the teammates can earn them the win tonight.
Referee, get in there. Tell Gargano, the illegal man, to get his hands off his legal opponent and let Gulak get in the ring at his own volition. Look, Ciampa's waiting like a hyena for the kill. Again attacking the leg that Gargano worked on earlier. Very sound wrestling there, going after what they see as a weakened extremity. I'll give it to them, they are a great team together, like Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio Jr., to name a few teams all that have won belts in that past all around the US, in many promotions. On the back burner Gulak, Ciampa hits a double knee backbreaker, sending shivers up the spinal column. Again a sound strategy there from Gulak, breaking the intensity on him from his opponent, not allowing for the double team attacks, or any attacks.
Another tag in the meantime from DIY. Talking of tags, I really think Gulak need the tag to get the fresh name in. As Gargano comes in with a burst of energy, dropping Gulak with a flatliner, a move made famous by the late Chris Kanyon, a wrestler taken from us too early.
Look at the strength there from Gulak. Muscling up Gargano with that crooked Excalibur suplex. This will get him a few seconds of a breather. Enough time to finally get down. Let's see if he can win this for his team.
That may be thwarted as at the same time Gargano tags in Ciampa. This is a match we have not seen before. Noam, the Sudanese-born Scotsman vs the Psycho Killer from the Windy City.
Let's see if the apparent size difference between Dar and Ciampa goes against either man. Not only is there a few inches better in height, but that gives up 50 pounds to Ciampa. But that means he's a little lighter on his feet, which is why he's called the Scottish Supernova. Or maybe it's just as he explodes, like he did there, or more so his spine exploded from that backbreaking. Can Dar get his team back into this match?
What a silly move there. Ciampa took his eye off his legal opponent and concentrated on the illegal partner, but got a knee right in his chest, stumbling him back. Now back in the corner of Gargano and Ciampa. Here comes another double team move, whipping Gar into the ropes and goes low with T-drop toe hold. Gargano comes off the top side ropes with an elbow drop to the back. Let's see what he has got for his opponent. A little miscommunication there. Gargano was setting up for something and Ciampa continues his attack on Gar, which gave Gar the opportunity to whip Gargano into the ropes, but he was able to reverse his opponent's offense. It seems Gargano is setting up for something. Look at this. Here's a move that was innovated by another Japanese wrestler, Fuji, called a Shiranui, basically a slipping reverse cutter going for a pin, able to amount a 2 count there. Now tagging Ciampa back in. Can he secure a win? This is mean, stamping right on the face. Ciampa now poised on the bottom side apron, waiting for Gar to get back on his feet. On the outside, he soars off the apron with a great raised knee attack, taking down Gar.
Referee, get these two men back in the ring. Get this match back to what it is meant to be.
5 minutes have
Ciampa
elapsed.
now rolling his man into heel ring. As we just heard,
5
Gail
minutes
Kim
remaining.
just let everyone know that this match in halfway down. Both teams need some urgency now to get the win. The young Scotsman able to mount a little reprieve to Ciampa and Gargano's offense. What a great standing goodbuster move innovated by Arn Anderson that stopped Ciampa in his tracks. He should have at least pulled Ciampa back to his corner, but instead made a rookie mistake there and left Ciampa getting up while he went to tag Gulak back in. A well-timed tag by Ciampa AWS well. Gargano comes running in and now ducks the beat from Gulak. Both men showing that they are both students of the game. Bow out of reversals from both men. Who will get the upper hand here? Both men are similar in stature. I think Gargano is around 10 pounds heavier than Gulak, but both are around the same height. What a running tornado DDT, planting that face into the mat. Gulak again using his noggin there, rolling out the ring, breaking the offense. While he rolls out, Gargano tags in Ciampa again. The team of Gargano and Ciampa are constantly getting a fresh man in. A rag team 101 there for all tag teams.
Somehow Gulak has regained the momentum momentarily. He loves this suplex, showing his strength. Look at how he throws him. Now going for the fresh man, tagging in Gar again. He feels Ciampa is worn down enough to lead the opponent to tag in his opponent. Will this come back to haunt his team?
It seems this team has done this often. Instead of dragging their opponents back to their corner to keep on the tag team pressure, they leave their opponent catching their breath on the other side of the ring, which is a big mistake. Let's see what happens here. That was a little miscalculation by Ciampa. He went for the uncharacteristic high flying over the top rope plancher, but just got the mat on the floor. Knar Darwin.
What a thud that knee attack made, catching Gar unaware. He took too long getting back into the ring. What a mean move that isn't stamping on the ankle, that usually means your opponent has had enough and is getting ready for the end. And again, wow, what frustration shown by Ciampa here. Normally he is cool, calm and collected with his thoughts and movements. After that Irish whip, Ciampa connects with the reverse elbow attack, clearing Gar. Now tagging the fresh man back in. Let's see if Gargano has the ending in his sights. Could this be the end he was seeking? Gargano knocks on a crooked arm crossface submission hold, but Gulak runs in to make the save. He felt his partner was worn down too much. He didn't want to lose. This team of Gargano and Ciampa are working like a well-oiled machine, no wasted motion. When a move doesn't seem to finish the match, they get the fresh teammate in to try and finish the match. While with a turnaround there, Gar launching his whole body at Ciampa and connecting flush with the raised elbow attack, going for the pin, but a little too close to the corner of Gargano and Ciampa. Gargano breaks up that pin immediately.
This team of Ciampa and Gargano have really impressed me tonight. They have worked so well together. None of their infighting has come to the top. What's Ciampa doing here? Both men now on the apron, grabbing the head. No. This is too much. Ciampa. He hits the DDT on the steel apron. Both men drop down to the floor, yet Ciampa grabs his man to roll him straight back in the ring, feeling like this could be the end of the match. Follows his man back into the ring and mounts him for the pin. The referee jumps in for the pin, checking the shoulders. And counts to the 3 and the match is done. Ring the bell, this match is over. Let's look at the highlights. Gulak goes to hit his slingshot body splash, but it wasn't as impactful as he thought.
He did this a few times, but look at the power exhibited by Gulak here, muscling Gargano over with that exploder suplex. Gargano hits that wonderful running tornado DDT, and then we follow up with that Chyna move. Is such an athlete, Gargano. The kids love all his high-flying, high-impact moves.
Look at the move that ended this match. This must have scrambled Dar's brains, getting his head thrust down on that STE=O ring gateway. Ciampa is a dangerous man. I wouldn't want to be in any of his opponent's shoes. Let's get the official word from Graham Montana.
And your winners Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.